Not that you need introducing. So good to see you. When we walked in here, one of your management team, the first thing she said was, "You'll just need to give us 5 minutes and Niall's just a bit wet." And we were like, what is going on? So explain to the people of Australia what you've been doing all afternoon.
Oh, you don't want to know, to be honest. I've been here since 8 o'clock this morning. It's now 8 o'clock in the evening. I've been just, this video is basically crazier than I thought it was going to be. The idea sounded great, and then the shooting of it it's been all on green screen.
Whoa.
So there's been a bit of crazy.
So what did they pitch it to you as? There may be a bit of water involved. It'll take an hour.
Yeah, I've been in water twice today.
Oh, so like buckets of water?
It's basically like man versus the elements.
Do you feel like a badass like movie star now?
Yeah, I do my own stunts.
Obviously you do your own stunts.
Yeah.
So is there going to be what, like fireworks, jumping off cliffs?
To be honest, I can't really tell you too much because I'll end up telling you the whole video, because it's one of those videos that's hard to explain without telling you the whole story.
And then the scoop will be gone and it'll come out on Vivo and everyone will be like, I don't care.
That was a waste of 14 hours of my time.
got super wet, doesn't matter. So this is the video, of course, for Slow Hands.
Yep.
The
highly anticipated.
Your Australian accent is so good. Maybe I should do the interview in an Irish accent, and then you can do the interview in an Australian accent.
No,
was that really?
Stop.
Are you saying that because it was so bad, or just because it makes you miss home? Because I'm so good at
a bit of both.
When are we going to see this video, dude?
The video's not going to be out for a couple of weeks, and the song's coming out in about 12 hours time.
I love this. This is why I love you. I mean, there are many reasons. How can I even start to name them all? But I think for you, it feels like none of this has been really, it's not like you and a team have sat down and planned out day by day the 1 year rollout of Niall's career. It doesn't feel like it's been too planned and like PR's been like, blah, blah, blah. You're kind of just doing your thing.
To be honest, it's like those days are kind of gone now, when it used to be like 6-week countdown to each song. Ed proved it this year. He just knocked out 2 songs in a day. It was just like, that's gone now. So yeah, it's just kind of like we've been going. I've been just basically told the label, and they said to me too, like, go at your own pace. Tell us when you're ready, and then we'll let everyone know that you're ready.
And you just kind of roll out of bed one day, and you're like, yeah, I'm going to do a second.
And I was
single.
just kind of like, I was working. I was in the studio for ages, and then I wrote Slow Hands in like February when I thought the album was finished, and I just kept writing, and then here we are, and I'm excited because I really like this one.
This is amazing. I speak to a lot of artists, and especially a lot of young artists like you. You've obviously had the taste of both worlds. One version where a lot of it was out of your control, and another version which is so much more in your control and up to you. And a lot of these new artists are saying exciting things like, in the age of streaming, in the age of me being able to put my own music out, I have so much more control and I can kind of, do what I want. Do you feel like in a way you kind of a bit #blessed about it, that, you're making music in the right time?
Yeah, it's a good time to be in the mix. There's a lot of unbelievable artists out there, and there's some great songs out there. So there's a lot of I guess people would like to say competition, but I tend to just try and compete with myself.
That's good.
Because you have to be just kind of trying to outdo yourself all the time. But it's definitely a good time to be around. For as long as I've been in the industry, it's been good. The music's been great, and it's good to be around.
What a time to be alive.
What a time to be alive.
You mentioned Shiro, obviously, recently, Galway Girl. No one expected that track to blow up everywhere. Surely this means there's going to be some sort of a jig on the album. If it comes out and it's all Nicki Minaj booties and hoes and bitches and no Irish jig, I'm going to throw my copy in the ocean in Bondi Beach.
Well, the one thing I do have on my side is I'm Irish. So when I do sing, I sound like, there's a lot of songs in the album where I sound ridiculously Irish. Where I didn't even mean it. Like, there was one song in particular, and I was doing vocals late at night. End of the day, I'd just been recording guitars and pianos all day, and I was doing vocals late at night, and then I did 2 takes of the song, and my producer goes, you need to come in here and listen to this. And I went back into the control room, and he was like, you sound ridiculously Irish. And I actually blew myself away with Irishness.
Do you know,
nuts.
I know you say you sound Irish, but there's one part of a classic song that I would say is maybe the theme song of my show, Ash London Live, and that is from the seminal classic by Bewitched, C'est La Vie. But I'm not talking about the actual singing part, Niall. I'm talking about the random as F bit at the start where she goes, some people say I look like my dad. Do you know that bit?
Yes, of course I do.
What the hell is that about? Can you explain that to the people of Australia?
I don't know. We're going to have to talk to Bewitched about that.
Have you got their number?
No, I don't actually, but maybe we could get in contact with them and find out what that is about, because it's a little bit random.
It's random.
It was a big tune, like.
It was a
If it made
tune.
it all the way to Australia back in the 90s,
yes,
you know it's a big monster.
I think if you hook up with like Tiesto or something, do a remix of Galway Girl, Say La Vie, and then Niall, that's going to go number one. That's going to smash every record there is.
You've said it, so let's make it happen.
Absolutely. How much time are you spending in LA now these days? Because we follow you online and it seems like you're here a bit.
Yeah, I'm here quite a lot. Well, I wrote half the album here, and my label are here. Half the label, obviously the label in the UK too. And I'd made the whole album here in the studio here. And my producers are from here.
Have you shipped your mates in? Because you're such a normal person. I can't imagine that you would like be the guy that's like going to cool LA parties. Like, maybe I got you wrong.
No, you're right. No, I got a small group of mates here, and sometimes some of the boys will come over if they've got time off work or whatever. But yeah, I've been so busy with the album. I've been spending like 11-12 hours a day in the studio, and it's just been I'm bored of that now. So that's why I'm looking forward to getting this album out and potentially doing a tour or doing some shows of some sort.
A tour?
Yeah.
Well, we know if that tour happens, obviously you'll be coming to Australia.
There's absolutely no doubt.
There's no doubt.
I'm hoping to get down to Australia. I'm presuming the label are on it now.
Obviously. You'll do a 3-week residency at the Corner Hotel in Richmond, which holds about 500 people.
I've been in it.
Cool. Yeah, exactly.
I've been in it.
With the sticky floors.
Yeah.
Everyone's vomited weed and spilled their beer. Amazing.
So yeah, hopefully I can get down to Australia before I go near a tour.
Yeah. You're always welcome there.
Listen, I think it's I think the Australian fans are not even like shocked that I haven't been in the schedule.
But he's here again, bloody hell. Jeez. Go on, get a new holiday spot. And before I let you go, I've got to talk about this new single. The words that it was first pitched to me from your label in Australia, shout outs to Trenty, we love him. He said, it's very sexy.
Is that what he said?
He said sexy.
Yeah, I guess it is, yeah. I guess you haven't heard it, yeah.
Slow hands, is there like a bit of...
It's got that little bit of a funk to it, all right. But it's a little bit different than most of the tracks in the album, but I kind of wanted to do it. It was one of the last songs I'd written for the album, and I had all the stuff that I wanted in terms of like the stuff that like inspires me in terms of like stuff that I listened to when I was younger, and I have all that. I've got all the folky stuff. I've got all the stuff that I'm really into, and then I just felt like I wanted to bring my early 80s.
Nice. And then of course there is the Tiesto remix of Bewitched, Galway Girl, and now
that's on the deluxe. Yeah,
that's on the B-side.
That'll be on the deluxe.
Well, we are also excited that you're making new music. My last question is, I want to know how you've managed to do this, because from where you've come to now, obviously Harry's just released his new stuff, but there doesn't seem to be any sort of like talk about competition or who's going to outsell it. No one's even talking about you guys in the same conversations, which is a testament to both of you. Is that luck, or is that something that you've been really intentional about doing your own thing? No,
because we don't like... I think the public will always try and make up that we are competing against each other, and I think Harry's album's out next week, isn't it? So yeah, so like people will always try and do that, but me and Harry are like texting each other or emailing each other. There's no like, there'll never be that.
Yeah,
we make completely different music.
Yeah.
And so there's never going to be any of that.
And he will never be on the Tiesto Bewitched Galway Girl Niall remix.
Well, we might get him in though.
Will we though?
Yeah.
I mean, I feel like since it was my original...
We'll get them all in. Yeah.
Okay, fine. They're all coming in. Done. It's all in there as long as we get 2%.
You can sing on it if you want.
What?
You can sing on it as well. You can do it in your accent.
In my Irish accent?
Yeah.
Great. I'll see you about that. Niall, thank you so much for joining us tonight.
All right, lad. No problem.
It was an absolute pleasure, and you're a real good lad.
Thanks very much.
Thank you very much.